I've got like another one that's just come in to do the serpent seed. I've always wondered. God showed me a picture like on a local playground, which was a snake with what looked like a dong on the end of it. Somehow they've painted the snake that way. I don't know why. And I thought, well, that looks a bit perverted. And then God kind of used it as an example of like the snake, and like Eve, like conceiving. And then I thought, is this, like a literal seed? Because I always thought, like angels. Angels can only like are genitalialess because they don't need it. But then God tells me about him being in a fallen condition. So, I don't know if he was like kind of passed off as a kind of man. And then like other things about him being in a different portal. Something to do with this Hadron Collider and opening up this portal to bring these entities through. So it's all a bit mixed up at the minute. And like then something come to mind about like like Mary, and like he says like this place that they access, these ancient Jews, whether for good or bad, sorcerers or not. He says that that's where the miracles come from, like God turning water into wine, and like the miracle of Mary, and having an immaculate conception. And I'm wondering if, like, Satan accessed this kind of portal or other worldliness to deliver, like that kind of thing, like corrupted it. And I know that God keeps mentioning these bloodlines that are in mind, that try to protect this information from getting out, which they went and accessed. The wrong ones again, that should belong, I think, to the Jews, the proper authentic ones, that they should guard this information. And like I've read some things in the Talmud which like God categorically doesn't stand by, because it's a perverted twist on the law. And like it goes on about, it was like almost like a Jesus bashing manual, going on about Jesus being in hell and stuff. Whether like some of these Jews misconstrued the information, like under a different mental pretense, like I'm a convincing one probably at the time, to actually compose that book, in its disorder. That's all I know so far. So, there's something to do with this cup being protected again. Of this information that's like very sensitive and highly dangerous. So that's all I know so far. Some else is coming because I can feel it.